All right, you guys, welcome to class. My name is Teacher Chad. This hour we are going to be practicing our reading and pronunciation as we read through a handful of short stories. The first short story we're going to take a look at this hour is entitled Colonization and the Revolutionary War. It's a little bit of a background on the colonies in the United States. The link, let's see here. There it is. Okay, the link is in the Verbling chat box as well as the Google chat box. There it is. Okay, you can open that up on your own computer. I recommend it so that if there are any issues with the internet or whatnot, you still follow along. Very good. Let's see who we have in class so far. Hi there, Victor. How you doing?
Hi, Chad. I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing great. Nice to see you again.
Glad to see you.
Hi there, Javier. Welcome to class.
Good.
Hello, Javier.
Did you hear me?
Yeah, it's breaking out a little bit, breaking up a little bit. Okay, let's see. Welcome to class, Javier. Okay. Let's go to Heidi. Heidi, how are you?
Hello, nice to see you again.
Good to see you as well. Welcome back. We also have Amparo. Hi there, Amparo. How are you?
Hi, teacher. Doing well, thank you. What about you?
I'm doing great, thank you. Good to have you here. Let's see. Abimelech, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How about you?
I'm doing very well, thank you. Good to have you here.
Thank you.
Okay, and we also have Oscar. Hi there, Oscar. How are you?
Hello, Chad. How are you?
I'm doing well, thank you. Oscar, where are you from?
I'm from Colombia.
From Colombia. Okay, great, great. Good to have you here. Let's see. We also have Andre. Andre, how are you? Hey, how you doing, man?
What's up, teacher? I'm doing great.
I'm doing awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Good to have you here. Let's see. Javier, let's try your microphone one more time.
Yes. Can you hear me?
Yep. Now I can. Now I can hear you. All right. Very good, you guys. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a look at our first story. All right. Oh, wrong one. Here we go. Okay, and we are going to start off over on the left-hand side with Abimelech. Oops, too much. There we go. Okay. All right, Abimelech, let me have you read the first paragraph, please.
Okay. Before the Revolutionary War, there were 13 colonies under British rule in North America. People came from all over Europe seeking freedom or fortune in the colonies. Many people brought their culture with them, and people of similar backgrounds often came together or settled in the same place. Soon, each colony began to take on its own character.
Okay, very good. Let's go to this word first. The word is settled instead of settled. Settled.
Settled.
There you go. Good. Next up is the word fortune. Okay, so here we want to pronounce a C-H-I-N sound. Okay, so it's fortune.
Fortune.
Okay, very nice. Very nice. And the last one is the SH sound. Okay, on the word British. Try that. British.
British.
Good. One more time. British.
British.
Great. Great. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. Let's go to Amparo. Amparo, please read the next paragraph from there were 3 down to ports, please.
There were three main groups of colony: the New England colonies, the Middle colonies, and the Southern colonies. Each group began to share characteristics based on its location and people. For example, the Southern colonies had fertile soil and sunshine necessary for farms. The Northern colonies had some important ports.
Okay, very nice. All right, let's go to 4 words. First up, we have the word some. Okay, now instead of saying sun with an N, give me an M sound. So, had some important ports.
Had some important ports.
Okay, very good. Let's go to the word fertile. Now, there's 2 ways to pronounce this. Depending on where you came from. Okay, so it could be pronounced fertile or fertile. Okay, personally, I say fertile. There are others that say fertile. Okay, so however you want to pronounce that, but it is either going to be a long I sound, okay, with a hard T, okay, or a normal T, or a flap T and an ol sound, like if it were like the LE. Okay, so let's try this here. So colonies had fertile soil. Try that first one, please.
Colonies had fertile soil.
Good. All right, now let's try the other one. Colonies had fertile soil.
Colonies had fertile soil.
Good, good. All right, now you cannot mix the T and the D. So if you're going to go with the flap D, you have to say fertile. If you're going to go with the normal T, you have to say fertile.
Fertile.
Okay? All right, you can't mix those sounds, right?
Okay.
Next one here is characteristics instead of characteristics. Characteristics.
Characteristics.
Okay, give me a good R at the end. Okay, characteristics.
Characteristics.
There you go. Good. And your last one is colonies. Make sure to pronounce that S. Colonies.
Colonies.
Good. Good. Nice job. Thank you.
Yes.
All right. Let's go to Andre.
Yes, teacher.
All right, Andre, let me have you read our next paragraph, please, from soil down to in the colonies.
Soil in New England was rocky and the winters were harsh, which made farming difficult. There were small farms in New England, but no big farms like the southern plantations. Instead, the North became the center of the shipbuilding industry. Trees were everywhere. Before long, Boston, which began as the Massachusetts Bay Colony, became the most important port city in the colonies.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word city. Let's switch this T sound from city to city. City.
City.
Good, good. Nice job. Okay, let's try the word long. Instead of long, it's long. Before long.
Long.
All right, very nice. Okay, let's try shipbuilding. Now, your short I on building was great. Let's use the same I sound on ship. Okay, so it's ip, bill. So shipbuilding.
Shipbuilding.
Good, good. All right, nice job. Let's practice the first A sound here. Your second A, tations, was great. Instead of plantations, it's plantations.
Plantations.
Okay, very nice. All right, and your last word here is up here. The word is, instead of being rocky, it's rocky.
Rocky.
Great, great. Nice job. Thank you.
My pleasure.
No problem. All right, let's go to Heidi.
Yeah.
Okay, Heidi, go ahead and read this next paragraph, please, from religion down to we're an outcast, please.
Yeah. Religion was very important to the people in New England. You may have heard of the of the pilgrims who came to the New World to find religious freedom. They wanted to be free to practice their own religion, but they did not always allow other people the same freedom. Town life was centered on the church. If you did not belong to the church, you were an outcast.
Okay, very nice, very nice. Okay, let's practice two parts here. Okay, give me a good ow sound here. So, town life, town life.
Town life.
Good, good, nice job. And the only other part here, we're going to practice between the D and the R. Okay, so find religious. So instead of find a religious, it's findry. So connect those sounds. Find religious freedom.
Find religious.
Great. One more time. Find religious.
Find religious.
Awesome. All right. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Let's go to our next reader. This is Javier. Okay, Javier, please read from the middle colonies down to here where it says Continental Congress, please.
Okay. The middle colonies tolerate all types of religions, the Pilgrims and Puritans of New England. William Penn founded the colony Pennsylvania, and people of every faith and every nationality came to his colony. Philadelphia, the city on the hill, was the biggest city in all the colonies. When the Revolutionary War broke out, entire representatives from all the colonies met in Philadelphia for the first Congress.
Okay, Javier, I only heard about 3 words all the way through. It was breaking up quite a bit as you were reading through. I would hear the beginning and not the end or something like that. So there, you might be having some connectivity issues. Okay. So let's practice these 3 words that I've written down here, though. Okay. So first up, we have revolutionary. Give me good R's instead of revolutionary. Revolutionary. Try that.
Revolutionary.
Okay. All right. Let's try it one more time. I'm having a hard time hearing you still. One more time. Revolutionary.
Revolutionary.
Okay. All right. That was all right. Let's try another one here. This is tolerated instead of toler. It's tolerated.
Tolerated.
Okay. One more time. Tolerated.
Tolerated.
Okay, it's still coming through a little bit mixed, and so I can't tell on that first vowel. I'm trying to get an ah sound there. One more time. Tolerated.
Tolerated.
Yeah. All right, Javier, it's not coming through. It's not coming through too clear. I'm sorry, buddy. Yeah. See if you can reset your router, or if you're on Wi-Fi, maybe try and connect, because I'm having a really tough time hearing you. Okay.
I try to connect.
All right. Let's go to Oscar. Hello, Oscar.
Hello.
Hi. How you doing?
Fine, fine. I read the article.
Yep. Okay. Let me have you read from Philadelphia became. Finish this paragraph, and let me have you read down to right here where it says 12 languages, please.
Okay. Philadelphia became the first capital of the new continental government. Many of our nation's symbols, like the Liberty Bell, are still in Philadelphia. New York was also a middle colony and an import shipping and trading center. The population in New York was the most diverse of anywhere in the young colonies. If you listen in on dinner table conversation all along the Hudson River, you will hear more than 12 languages.
Okay, very good. Let's try that last word. So this word is languages. Make sure to pronounce the ES here. Languages.
Languages.
Okay, very good. Let's go to the word Hudson. Instead of Hudson, it's Hudson.
Hudson.
Okay,
Hudson.
there you go. Nice. Next up is the word population right here. Instead of popu, it's population.
Population.
Okay, good. Next up, we have the word New York instead of New York. Okay, give me a good Y. New York. New York.
New York.
All right, very good. Next is the word shipping. Give me a short I instead of sheeping. Shipping.
Shipping.
Okay, very nice. Next is the word government right here. Instead of gover, it's government.
Government.
Okay, very nice. And our last one here is Philadelphia. Give me a short I at the beginning. Instead of fila, it's Philadelphia.
Philadelphia.
Great, nice job. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's go to Victor.
Okay.
All right, Victor. Let me have you continue from most of the immigrants. Finish this paragraph and read down to plantations, please.
Most of the immigrants from other countries who came to the middle colonies were skilled at the craft. They came and built shops where they could practice their trade, from cabinet making to weaving to candle making. The southern colonies. Rich land and a mild climate determined the future of the southern colonies, agricultural. The southern colonies were based on farming, especially tobacco farming. Tobacco was grown on large plantations.
Okay, nice job. Let's take a look at 4 words. First up, we have the word based. Give me an unvoiced S. Instead of based, it's based. Based.
Based.
Okay, very nice. Next up, we have the word determined. Okay, we're working on that sound here. Instead of determined, it's determined.
Determined.
Great job. Okay, and next up is the word weaving. Give me a good oo sound at the beginning. Weaving.
Weaving.
Great. One more time. Weaving.
Weaving.
Okay, very good. And your last word here is an SH. Okay, let's try this. And built shops. And built shops.
And built shops.
Great. One more time. And built shops.
And built shops.
Okay, give me just a little bit more SH, a little bit more sh sound on there, because it was sounding a little bit like you were saying chops. Okay, like ch. Okay, it was really quick. Try and elongate that SH just a little bit more. Not a ton,
Shops.
not a bunch, but just a little bit. Okay, and built shops.
And built shops.
Okay, good, much better. Yeah, it'll help distinguish between the CH and the SH. Okay, because that's really the only difference between them. Okay, nice job, Victor. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
No problem. Okay, let's go back to the top with Abimelech. And Abimelech, let's have you read from the most important down to educated, please.
Okay. The most important people in the southern colonies lived on these big farms and not in towns. As a result, the southern colonies were more spread out. Towns were smaller. Houses were more spread out from each other. Instead of going to schools in town, like children in New England, southern children might have studied at home. Many were also sent to England to be educated.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word instead right here instead of instead. Okay, give me a short E. Instead. Instead.
Instead.
Okay, now here you're still saying a. Okay, it's ste, instead.
Instead.
There you go. That's much better. Okay, good. Let's go to the word farms right here. Give me an AR sound. R, far, farms.
Firms.
Good. One more time. Farms.
Firms.
Excellent job with the R sound. This word here, instead of southern, it's southern, southern colonies.
Southern colonies.
Okay, awesome, awesome. And your last one here is the word the here at the beginning. Instead of the most, the. Make sure your tongue is between your teeth. The most important.
The most important.
Great. One more time. The most important.
Most important.
Okay. All right. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's see, you guys. Yeah, we are done with this one. Let's go to our next story. Okay, here is the link, you guys. Okay, let's go to Amparo. And Amparo, please read. Go ahead and read our first paragraph down to where it says the Stamp Act, please.
As the colonies took root, they grew used to mostly governing themselves. Great Britain decided it wanted more control. It began to force new taxes on the colonists. They wanted to raise money from the goods they were shipping to the colonies. In 1764, the British Parliament passed the Sugar Act to raise the tax on sugar. The next year, the British Parliament passed the Stamp Act.
Okay, very good. All right, let's connect those two words here. So this is going to be the Stamp Act. The Stamp Act.
The Stamp Act.
Okay,
The
very good.
Stamp Act.
Okay, great. Let's go to the word sugar. Okay, this is instead of shoe, sugar, Sugar Act.
Sugar Act.
One more time. Sugar, Sugar Act.
Sugar Act.
Okay, very good. Next up is the number 17. Give me the N at the end. So it's 1764.
1764.
Okay, very good. And your last one, okay, is this grouping of words up here. This is kind of a challenging one here. Okay, so they grew used to mostly governing themselves.
They grew used to mostly governing themselves.
Okay, instead of governing. Okay, they grew used to mostly governing themselves.
They grew used to mostly governing themselves.
Okay, all right, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's go to Andre. Please continue from colonists. Okay,
Colonists.
finish this paragraph and read down to Quartering Act, please.
Okay. Colonists now had to pay taxes for newspapers, marriage licenses, and all other legal documents. Many colonists were angered by these taxes. They hadn't agreed to them and felt they were illegal and unfair. Each new tax led to a bigger protest by the colonists. Besides taxes, many colonists were also unhappy about some of the rules the British were forcing on them. In 1765, the British Parliament passed the Quartering Act.
Okay, very good. Now, this word here, instead of quarter, it's quartering act. Quartering act.
Quartering.
Okay, good. Let's practice the BR together. So instead of British, British. Okay, very nice. Next up, we're also unhappy. So a couple of things. Make sure to pronounce that E at the end of the word. Okay, and we're working on were as well. We're also unhappy.
We're also unhappy.
Okay, one more time. We're also unhappy.
We're also unhappy.
Okay, all right, good. This word here is pronounced protest. Protest. Okay, good. Next up is the word felt. Instead of felt, it's felt.
Felt.
Okay, good. Next is angered. Instead of angered, okay, it's angered.
Angered.
Okay, one more time. So it's angered. Angered. There you go. That's the sound. One more time. Angered. Great. Okay, good. And I think that was. Oh, okay. Let's practice the H sound one more time. Instead of had, okay, the H is really light. It's like a breath. Had to pay. Okay, so place your tongue on the bottom of your mouth. Right now it's raised in the back. That's how you're getting the sound. Okay, so flatten your tongue against the bottom of your mouth. Okay, had. There you go. Yeah, so the H, the tongue lays on the bottom of the mouth. So had to pay.
Okay, had to pay.
Good. Nice job. One more time. Had to pay.
Had to pay.
All right. Nice job. Yeah, the H is really light. Okay. Very good job. Thank you.
My pleasure.
No problem. All right. Let's go to. Let's see. Heidi.
Yes.
All right. Heidi, please read from the acts stated. Finish this paragraph, and read down to was repealed, please.
The act stated that colonists had to agree to give British troops food and let them stay in their homes. Colonists who were unhappy with how the British were treating them decided to fight back peacefully. In 1765, the Stamp Act Congress met in New York. The Congress was made up of representatives from many colonies. The representatives agreed to boycott British goods until the Stamp Act was repealed.
Okay, very good. Let's practice going from was to the R. So was repealed.
Was repealed.
There you go. That's it. Okay. Let's practice the word representatives instead of representatives.
It's always difficult.
What's that?
This one is always difficult for me.
Okay.
Representatives.
There you go. That's it. Okay. Let's try the word Congress instead of Congress. Congress.
Congress.
Okay, good. And the last one here is British troops instead of troops. Okay, it's British troops. Nice and smooth.
British troops.
Great. All right, nice job. Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Javier.
Yes.
Okay, Javier, let me have you read from that same year. Okay, down to, let's see here. Where's that? Okay, from small objects at them, please.
Okay. That same year, the Sons of Liberty a secret organization of colonists in favor of liberty was formed. Tension grew between the colonies and the British. In 1770, tensions erupted with the Boston Massacre. British troops in Boston found themselves confronted by a crowd of angry colonists. The crowd shot at the troops and threw snowballs and other small objects at them.
Okay, all right, let's go to small objects at them. Small objects at them.
Small objects of them.
Instead of them, at them.
At
Small
them.
objects at them.
Small objects at them.
Okay, now let's try small one more time. Instead of small, take off the sound. It's small.
Small.
All right, very good. Let's try this word here. The word is snowballs. Snowballs.
Snowballs.
Okay, now with balls, okay, we want to move the sound forward in the mouth. Instead of balls, okay, it's ball, and we curve the tongue and move the tongue forward in the mouth. Snowballs.
Snowballs.
There you go, that's the sound. Okay, one more time. Snowballs.
Snowballs.
Okay, good. Let's go to the word shouted. Shouted.
Shouted.
Okay, give me an sh. Shouted.
Shouted.
Okay, very nice. Okay, this word here is pronounced troops. Troops.
Troops.
Okay, give me a chr sound with the tr. So it's troops.
Troops.
Okay, there you go. Okay, this word here, instead of colonies, it's colonists. Colonists.
Colonist.
Okay, all right, pretty good. Let's go to, I believe that word is next. Yeah, so this word is pronounced massacre. Massacre.
Massacre.
Okay, one more time. Massacre.
Massacre.
All right. Okay. Next up is the word, let's see here, erupted, right here. Instead of erupted, it's erupted.
Erupted.
Okay, all right, very nice. Next is the word British. Okay, right here, give me a good BR instead of British. It's British. British.
British.
Okay, very nice. Let's go to, okay, right here, a secret organization. A secret organization.
A secret organization.
Great job. That was really good. And the last one for you is the word year. Instead of jeer, it's year. That same year.
That same year.
Okay, give me a good Y. One more time. Year. Year. That same year.
That same year.
Okay, all right, pretty good. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. All right, very nice. Let's go to Oscar.
Yes.
Okay, Oscar, please read from The Soldiers Panicked. Finish to the bottom of the page, and then read on the next page to where it says in place for T, please.
Okay.
From right there.
The soldiers panic. One soldier started firing his gun. Then more soldiers fired into the unarmed crowd. 5 colonists were killed and 6 were injured. The British government was afraid of losing control over the colonies. They removed all the taxes on import to try to make the colonies happy. They allow, however, on taxes to remain in the place for tea.
Okay, all right, very good. Let's go to the word allowed. Instead of
Allowed.
allowed, okay, it's allowed.
Allowed.
Okay, very good. Next up is the word imports. Give me a good R here instead of imports. Okay, force the tongue down. Imports.
Imports.
Okay, very good. Next up is the word losing. Okay, the word is losing.
Losing.
Okay,
Losing.
very nice. Next up, we have the word injured. Instead of injured, okay, push the tongue down on that R. Injured.
Injured.
Okay, one more time. Injured.
Injured.
Okay, good. Next up is the word killed. Instead of killed, it's killed. The E is silent.
Yes. Killed.
Okay, good. Here, okay, same thing. We have an ed ending instead of unarmed. It's unarmed
An
crowd.
unarmed crowd.
Okay, good. Right here, instead of fighted, it's fired.
Fired.
One more time. Fired.
Fired.
Okay. Right here, we have the word firing. Instead of fighting, it's firing.
Firing.
Okay, and our last word is the word panicked. Okay, give me a T sound at the very end. Panicked.
Panicked.
Good. Good. All right. Nice job. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. So let's go to Victor.
Okay.
All right, Victor, please read from in 1973 and read down to here where it says out of business, please.
In 1773, Parliament passed the Tea Act to help get the East India Company out of financial trouble. This act enabled the British Trading Company to sell tea in America at a low price. Even with the tax on tea, the British company had a price advantage over American tea companies. The colonists were furious. They feared East India's tea would put American tea companies out of business.
Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at two parts. First up, we have the STS sound here. So this is the colonists. The colonists were furious.
The colonists were furious.
There you go. Good. Good. And our last one here is at a low price instead of at the low, at a low. Okay, so at a low price.
At a low price.
Good. One more time. At a low price.
At a low price.
Great. Great. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you, Chad.
Okay, out of business. All right, let's go to Abimelech.
Okay.
Okay, Abimelech, please read from Boston. And read down to here where it says rebellious act.
Okay. In Boston, a leader of the resistance named Samuel Adams decided to protest. He spoke to a group of colonists on December 16, 1773, at the Old South Church in Boston. Shortly after he spoke, a large group of men boarded British ships and dumped thousands of pounds of East India's tea into the harbour. Crowds of onlookers gathered to celebrate the rebellious act.
Okay, very good. All right, give me a good S sound at the end of rebellious. Okay, so when you pronounce that S, point the tongue down to the bottom of the teeth instead of rebellious. Okay, with the tongue touching the top of the mouth, it's rebellious.
Rebellious.
Good, much better with the S. Now give me a good R. Rebellious.
Rebellious.
Okay, very nice. This word here is pronounced onlookers. Onlookers.
Onlookers.
Okay, good, good. Next is the word shortly. Let's see here. Right here. Give me a good OR. Shortly.
Shortly.
Okay, much better, much better. And we'll go to Samuel Adams. Okay, right here. Samuel Adams.
Samuel Adams.
Yeah, push your tongue forward with the D instead of Adams. It's Adams.
Samuel Adams.
There you go. Good. Now, it might not sound too different, okay, but it should feel different to you, okay? Because Abimilek, you're from India, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yes. So the important thing for you is to push all of the sound forward in your mouth. Okay.
Okay.
So if you have a D, okay, because you might be going, wow, Teacher Chad is crazy. I said Adams, and he's wanting me to say Adams. Okay. Well, the thing is, where you're placing the tongue in your mouth is different. So the top of your mouth is a little like this. Okay.
Okay.
In Hindi, when you're speaking your language, your tongue is back here, and so when you say Adams, okay, your tongue is back here. I want it right there. Okay.
Okay.
So we move the sound way forward in the mouth. Okay. So instead of Adams. Okay, so that's the difference. That's the sound, the difference in sound that I want you to make. Pushing that sound forward, everything. You got to push it forward in your mouth. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Good. Let's go to. Let me check my notes here. See if I have any others. Yes, one more. Okay, let's go to the word resistance. Right here. Resistance.
Resistance.
Good. Good. All right. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Next up, we have Amparo. Okay, Amparo, please read from They Nicknamed the Event. Okay. Finish this paragraph. Read this next one, and come down to here where it says main consequences, please.
Okay. They nicknamed the event the Boston Tea Party. The British responded quickly and harshly. In 1774, they passed several measures known as the Intolerable Acts. They closed the Boston port and made it difficult for the major city to function. Other colonies, especially Maryland, helped Boston survive by sending food and supplies. All of these events had two main consequences.
Okay, very good. All right, let's take a look at three words here. First up is major. Give me a good J sound here. Major.
Major.
Good. The major city.
The major city.
Great, great. Next up is Boston. Instead of Boston, Boston.
Boston.
Okay, good. And our last one here, okay, is right here. Intolerable. Intolerable. Instead of intolerable.
Intolerable.
Good. One more time. Intolerable.
Intolerable.
Great, great. All right. Now, if you guys have been paying attention to American news over the past maybe 5 years or so, and you're wondering where the word Tea Party comes from when you've heard that on the news, this is the story. Okay, this is why we have the Tea Party patriots in the United States. Okay, they're against all of the taxes and whatnot in the U.S. Okay, let's go to Andre. Thank you, Amparo. Okay, Andre, let's have you read from first they made. Okay, and read down to here where it says big continent, please.
First, they made the colonists resent Britain. Britain's government seemed far away and out of touch with the colonists' needs. Many colonies began to think about running themselves. Second, they helped unite the colonies. The colonists had come to the New World with very different backgrounds and lifestyles. They were sprawled across the east coast of, of this big continent, but Britain's act
Okay,
gave
you're
them.
still there?
Okay.
You're still there? Okay, nice job, nice job. Okay, very good. Let's go to right here. This big continent. Give me a short I there. This big continent.
This big continent.
Okay, very good. Next up is the New World. Okay, right here, the New World.
The, the New World.
Okay, were. Now, when we pronounce this, okay, let's see here. I want to see if, because now, Andre, you're from Ukraine, right?
Yes.
Okay, Victor, can you jump in real quick?
Yeah.
Now, what was the trick? Because I know that you were with what's her name? Adriana. I forget the other teacher. When you were able to say the word girl and world.
World.
Andrea. Okay. What did
Yeah.
she teach you? Because it seemed to work really well for you. I want to see if you could share that with Andre here.
I don't know how explain it.
Okay.
You have to make a sound between R and L. World.
World, like an sound, right? So okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, that's really cool. Okay, so Andre, did you hear that?
Yes, I did.
Okay, try and do that with this sound in between the R and the L, creating an extra sound. Not very strong. You don't want it to last very long, but it's a small Okay, so world.
World.
Yes. Oh, Victor, you're a genius. Awesome.
Thank you.
Okay, or Andrea, whoever came up with that. I've been struggling with that word for a really long time. One more time, Andre. New world.
New World.
Great. That sounds awesome. Really good job. Okay. Thank you, guys. All right, let's go to Andre. Sorry, Andre. I'm with you still. Let's go to the word ruling here. Okay, instead of rolling, ruling.
Ruling.
Okay, one more time. Ruling. Okay, smooth L. Ruling.
Ruling.
Okay, with a long E sound here on the I instead of ruling, ruling. There you go. Good. And one last one here. Let's try colonists. Colonists. Great. All right, nice job. Thank you.
My pleasure.
Okay. Very good. Let's go to, let's see here. Heidi?
Yes.
Heidi, please finish up this story here, reading from But Britons down to Independence, please.
But Britain's act gave them a single purpose and a common cause, justice and liberty. In September 1774, the first meeting of the First Continental Congress took place. Representatives from 12 of the American colonies met to discuss how they would unite and defend their rights as men. Within months, the Revolutionary War would begin. Less than 2 years later, on July 4, 1774, America would declare its independence.
Okay, very nice. All right, let's go to, okay, so this is going to be July 4th, 1976 instead of 1974. Okay, so July 4th. Make sure to pronounce the TH there instead of 4. July 4th.
On July 4th.
Good. On July 4th, 1776.
On July 4th, 1776.
Good. All right. You even copied my mistake. Nice. All right. Let's go to 2 years later, sliding from the RS into the L. 2 years later.
2 years later.
Good. One more time. 2 years later.
2 years later.
There you go. Good. Good. Next we have, okay, American colonies instead of colonies. Okay, American colonies.
American colonies.
Great, great. Okay, let's try this here. Continental Congress, working on those O's here at the beginning. First Continental Congress.
First Continental Congress.
Great. And your last one is the S here at the end of act. Okay, so acts, acts.
Act.
Okay, so this is going to be like an, almost like an X. It's acts.
Acts.
Yep, just like that. So the CTS is kind of just like the S. So this acts. Okay.
Acts.
Nice job. Nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, you guys, let's go to, all right, our next story. And this is Jamestown. You guys are getting a brief little history of what happened in the U.S. Here we go. Okay. Whoops. Okay. All right, let's go to Javier. Javier,
Yes.
please read from in 1607. Okay, down to here where it says back in England, please.
Okay. In 1607, John Smith and a group of English settlers landed on the coast of Virginia. There, in complete wilderness, they built a village. They named their colony Jamestown after King James I of England. Jamestown became the first permanent English colony in America. At first, Jamestown was managed by a group of men black in England.
Okay, all right, very good. Let's try here. So instead of men black, it's men back. Men back in
Yes,
England.
men back in England.
Okay, good. Let's try this word here. Instead of managed, the word is managed. Try that. Managed.
Managed.
Okay, so here you're saying managed. Okay, instead of managed, it's managed.
Managed.
Good. One more time. Managed.
Managed.
Okay, good. Next up is the word colony. So here it's le instead of allo, le. Colony.
Colony.
Good. One more time. Colony.
Colony.
All right. Very nice. Next is the word village. Okay, right here. So we're ending on that the J sound. Village.
Village.
Okay, so it's a j instead of a j. Okay, so close the mouth just a little bit more. J. Village.
Village.
Okay, all right, we're getting closer. Almost there. And let's try our last one here. So this is English settlers. English settlers.
English settlers.
Okay, give me a good GL instead of English. Okay, nice and smooth between the G and the L. English settlers.
English settlers.
Good, good, nice job. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, let's go to Oscar. Okay, Oscar, please read from they had paid and read down to grow their own food, please.
Okay. They had paid for the settlers to go to Jamestown and want to make money from their colony. Britain needed raw materials, especially wood for ships. The men knew that Jamestown and areas nearby had many trees. For a year, the colonists worked hard cutting and preparing lumber to be shipped to England, but they had no time to grow their own food.
Okay, very good. All right, let's go to the word no right here. Instead of not time, it's oh, no, had no time.
Had no time.
Okay, good. Let's go to the ed ending, shipped, shipped back.
Shipped back.
Okay, give me a T there, shipped, shipped back.
Shipped. Shipped back.
Okay, all right, pretty good. Okay, let's try the same T sound here. Instead of worked, it's worked, worked.
Worked.
Okay, very nice. Right here, instead of nearby, it's nearby, nearby.
Nearby.
Okay, good. Next up, we have the word wood. Instead of wood, it's wood.
Wood. Wood.
Okay, good. And our last one here, this is for the settlers. Instead of for the, okay, give me a good R. For the settlers.
For the settlers.
Okay, one more time. Instead of for the, for the settlers.
For the settlers.
Okay, all right. Pretty good. Thank you.
Welcome.
Okay, let's go to Victor to wrap it up for the hour. Please read from that first year and read down to survived, please.
That first year, the colonists almost died from starvation. The winter of 1609 was nicknamed the Starving Time. When Captain John Smith returned from a trip to England, he found that the colony was barely surviving. The Powhatan Indians raided the settlement. Disease swept through the population. Out of the 214 settlers who were alive when Captain Smith left, only 16 had survived. 60.
Okay. Yep, there you go, 60. Okay, good. All right, let's go to 200 instead of 200. Give me a good DR. 200.
200.
Great. Okay. Next up is disease. The stress is on the end of the word. Disease.
Disease.
Great job. Okay, let's go to the word trip instead of treep. Short I, trip.
Trip.
Awesome. Okay, and your last one is the word first instead of first. Okay, give me an sound. First.
First.
Good. That first year.
That first year.
Great. All right, nice job. Okay, you guys. Well, thank you for coming into class. It was great seeing you guys again. Thank you again, Victor, for the tip, and Amparo, I'll check out that link. Okay. All right, you guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll see ya. Take care.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you very much. Bye.